Hey everybody, it's Gaming here. Sorry the review's late, but I needed a vacation. Anyway, without further delay, here is review number 75, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. This Zelda game is my all-time favorite, as I stated before, and A Link to the Past set the tone for future Zelda masterpieces like Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess. Story for this game. Hyrule was created by three goddesses, and in their wake they left the Golden Power. Many years later, Hyrule's knights fought valiantly against Ganon and his armies. The Master Sword was forged as well. The seven sages managed to seal Ganon away, but at the cost of many a brave knight. Many years pass and Hyrule is peaceful once more, until an evil wizard arrives and ushers in a dark world.
Link, I'm being held in the castle dungeon. Please help me, Link.
Link, I'm going out for a while, but I'll be back by morning. Don't leave the house, the uncle said. The young man disobeys and races out into the storm to find the girl of his dreams. Finding a secret passage into the castle, Link finds his uncle, mortally wounded. Wielding his family's sword and shield, Link sets out to save the princess once more. Concept for this game. After leaving your uncle behind, Link makes his way through the castle until he finds and rescues Princess Zelda. After leaving Princess Zelda with the priest at the church, Link sets out on his quest. Link finds the village elder who asks him to obtain the Master Sword. In order to release the sword, Link will have to prove himself worthy by obtaining the three pendants. The Pendant of Courage, the Pendant of Power, and of course, the Pendant of Wisdom. Only then can Link retrieve the Sword of Evil's Bane, the Master Sword. Link then once again races to save the Princess of Hyrule, but finds out he's far too late once again. Link watches as Zelda vanishes before his eyes by the hands of the evil wizard. Link then faces the wizard and thinks he defeats him, or does he? Link looks around and realizes that his quest is now just really beginning, as he's in this strange world and has no idea what the outcome will really be. Now, what's so unique about this Zelda game in particular is that Link must travel through both the light and the dark world to save the Kingdom of Hyrule. Just like with past Zelda games, Link will have to acquire a lot of items, and I mean a lot. Each item you find is absolutely crucial to advance through the dungeon or enter another. All the items in this game serve a distinct purpose, as I said before. Even the secret items you find during your journey prove very useful. But in case I've lost some of you, this is the simplest way I can explain the point of A Link to the Past. It's the player's job to guide Link through both the light and dark world, venture through dungeon after dungeon, rescue the princess, confront the vile wizard, and uncover the secret needed to destroy the King of Evil, Ganon, forever. Once you do this, you will restore both Hyrule and the Golden Land to its former glory. Controls for this game. The start button shows the items that Link has collected throughout your adventure. The X button will display Link's map in either the light or the dark world, depending where Link is. The command cross will move Link, and Link no longer walks in a box pattern. The B button is Link's sword, the Y button is to use items, and the A button is Link's dash attack using the Pegasus boots. The controls for this game are pretty flawless and have improved upon the original Legend of Zelda perfectly. What's great about this game is just about every enemy has a distinct weakness to one or more of your items. The beam attack makes its third return to the series, and this time it's a big burst of energy, and it's harder to dodge. Still, it'll take a lot to kill them with it, so you're best using other weapons. The spin attack is very powerful and easy to do, simply holding the B button and then release it. To block arrows, just have Link face his shield in front of them, and he does it automatically. Now, I want to teach you guys a little secret. When using the Ether Medallion, when you freeze your enemies, use the hammer to kill the enemy, and they'll either drop magic or hearts, and it's the easiest way to regenerate your magic meter. Another really fun item that I like is the Cane of Invincibility. Now, what's great about this cane is it not only protects Link from just about anything, but it can also be used to attack enemies and destroy them, which is great. Designed for this game. From the opening scene where Link rushes out into the stormy night, or sneaking into Hyrule Castle, A Link to the Past shows off a lot of great design worlds and levels. As amazing as the light world is, I was more impressed with the dark world when I was 9 years old. Even though the developers just did a palette swap, so to speak, players like myself still felt that they were exploring a completely new side to The Legend of Zelda. The Dark World is by far my favorite part of this Zelda game. Here you have a land that was once no different than Hyrule itself, but evil has warped everything into darkness. Even the trees and the creatures in this disfigured world came to life as players explored it. I also have to give an honorable mention to the many different type of bosses in this game. Again, you felt like you were fighting a new threat to Hyrule every time, and that's very impressive. Actually, it's very hard for me to pick just a favorite world, dungeon, or boss battle. This game has so many great elements. History for this game. Legend of Zelda was a huge milestone in gaming history. In Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link, many fans were outraged over the change of the game's look. Nintendo began work on Zelda 3 in the fall of '88, but the project was moved over to Nintendo's next system the following year. Wanting to give fans what they wanted, Nintendo decided to go back to Link's roots. With the amount of power the SNES had, Nintendo was able to add a new element to the Zelda franchise, a light and a dark world. They did this by using 8 megabytes instead of 4 like most early SNES games at the time. However, this game does not use 16 colors, it only used 8, but you would never know that by playing it. Nintendo managed to create 2 worlds that looked, felt, and played like nothing else before it. This game is also famous for ushering in both the Master Sword, the Pegasus Boots, the Hookshot, and of course my personal favorite, the Cane of Invincibility. What I love so much about the Cane of Invincibility, be used to defend yourself, but it could also be used to attack your enemies, which was great. Another item making its debut to the Zelda franchise was the Mirror Shield, which in this game it could deflect stuff and protect you from lasers. Link's Awakening is considered the sequel to A Link to the Past. In this game they did remove all references to Christianity, such as crosses. They changed the name of the priests to sages and the wizard. You could also get the Triforce in this game. This game's original title was not Link to the Past, but Triforce of the Gods, but was changed by censorship. Now, Miyamoto has said that these games that you're seeing right here is the correct order for the Zelda chronology. But me, I don't know. I'm more confused with the way the game is in the US than in Japan and the rest of the world. This game is available on the Wii Virtual Console, and it's just 800 Wii points. I strongly suggest you download it. Time for the bad aspect. Why is it that all the good items cost $500? Can somebody explain that to me? The red shield isn't even worth that. I mean, even the money-grubbing monkey only charged a total of $120 and proved useful too. So how was Link able to pay for all this? I mean, seriously. In a real-life situation, this is what would happen to Link for spending so much all the time. But out of all the strange oddities I've seen in the Zelda series, this part of the game is the weirdest. Link has faced countless challenges and adversities in his day, but being turned into a rabbit? That's pretty weird. This is what I think would be going through Link's head right about now.
I feel it's so strange, and for some reason I'm craving a carrot, yet my hands are too weak to hold my own sword and shield. I'm no longer walking, but hopping instead. By the Triforce, what is going on? The world is much darker now, and monsters are roaming everywhere. I must awaken from this terrible nightmare. Excuse me, kind monster, can you tell me what's going on? What do you mean by calling me a rabbit? I'm a hair of my former self.
Relax, peoples, it's a joke. Anyway, the thing that I really don't like about this game is the third Dark World dungeon. I just never liked it as a kid, and I always seem to get lost there, but now it's no sweat, but that's all I got. Plus the mummies, or the Gibdos, if you're being Zelda correct on me, I couldn't stand them either, so I just burn them. Also, I can't stand that hand that comes down and brings you to other parts of the dungeon. The thing's a jerk, and it's kind of like the Hand of Fate, but I don't believe in fate. Time for the good aspect. I love exploring both the light and the dark worlds for hidden surprises. Even some foes in this game can be transformed into useful items for Link to use. In this case, a fairy. Now, the more you play this game and explore it, the more secrets you will uncover, making the game so much more fun the next time you play through it. A Link to the Past has fun side quests too, like finding the Frogman in the Dark World and returning him to the Light World, only to find out that he was a blacksmith who will make your sword stronger. Awesome! In the Dark World, the Hefty Fairy will give you the Golden Sword too, so that's another awesome sword upgrade. If you die in this game but have a fairy in the bottle, she will bring you back to life every single time. Now, just like Zelda 2, Link also uses a magic meter here as well. But my absolutely favorite thing about this game is Link's powers. Lightning magic is useful in both combat and lighting a dark room. The fire magic annihilates every single foe except for the bosses, and the earth magic transforms your foes and opens the turtle rock. A Link to the Past is an amazing game, and it never seems to disappoint or get old, no matter how many times you replay it. There are lots of weapons and items for you to obtain, lots of challenging dungeons, and many hidden secrets too. The enemies look great and the gameplay is perfect. This game just has way too many good qualities to mention. I can see why many people love this game as much as I do. I recommend this game to everybody in your family, and I can't stress how amazing this game is. This game has to get a 10 out of 10. It's that awesome! The next review will be Shinobi 3 Return of the Ninja Master. Well, that does it for me. God bless and happy gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe.